Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I'll have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be
along the tower has been missing in Savannah.
And as you come around, and it feels so right. It's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart. Doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh, I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Where is Cody?
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Come on in, you guys. Click on that share button as you come in the building. Thank you guys for showing up. Hey Lisa Taylor, how you doing? I came on because something was going on with the YouTube thing and we couldn't get on at 1. It took us 15 freaking minutes. But we got on. For some reason, I don't know what was going on. We tried it 3 times and third time is a charm, but that's okay. You guys, I want to share something with you because I want you guys to know every time when there's an update and we're talking about the Emmanuel disappearance in California, UCAPA. They are going to, the update on that situation is they're going to have court tomorrow. And good afternoon. They're going to have court tomorrow. And I know you guys are going to come back and watch the replay because, like I said, we were having trouble. There's no excuse, but that's what it was. That's why you seen the time change, boom, boom, boom. Because I'm like, what the heck is going on with YouTube? Anyway, let me tell you what's going to happen. So there was a call to the police department October the 1st. And what had happened October the 1st was somebody called around about 8 p.m. and they called the police out there, said there's people trespassing the property. They take in 4 or 5 buckets of stuff. They're taking bags of stuff. at Emmanuel's memorial sighting or memorial, I guess, where the fence is. They call that the memorial site. So, the weird thing about it is, I mean, this memorial has grown humongous. I mean, quickly. Now, the baby, I guess the call came in somewhere in August. Mom says somebody hit her in the head. You know, she had a black eye. She was trying to change the baby. She went to the Big Five to get this mouthpiece for another child that was playing football close by. There was no cameras in the parking lot, but there was cameras in other areas that caught that there was no one that hit her in the head. You know, there was no baby. There was no changing the diaper in the parking lot. She running in the store talking about somebody took her baby, but left her purse and her money and her car and all of that other stuff. I mean, it doesn't take a person to be a rocket scientist to figure out, like, if somebody's going to hit you in the head, they literally got to be like mentally something wrong with them to take a baby. Why I say that is because I'm not saying that it's not possible to happen, because we seen in the Darian Brown case, Darian Brown broke into a house allegedly and took a baby and took the baby to the woods and took the baby out and then threw the baby in the middle of the street down there in Dallas. I'll never forget that. I will never forget that. But to say that it happened, you know, I think people think just because it happened once or somewhere else that they could come up with that same story and people be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you know." Like, I mean, we were all like, "Hey, Monica, you know, what did you do with the baby? Did you hurt the baby?" We already knew they had found cash in the streets, so we wasn't looking for a child. They literally murdered the child quickly. Anyway, for some unknown reason, in California, Monica's sticking to her story, and Jake and Monica is in jail. Well, they're going to have a court hearing tomorrow, you guys, and it is called a felon settlement court. Okay, you say, "Hey, SP, what is felon settlement procedures? What is that all about?" I'm gonna tell you what it's all about. I'm not no expert. I'm not even giving you advice to even, you know, this is the way I understood it. It is when the parties come together in front of the judge. It's a safe place. It's a safe place to tell the truth and make a deal and try to resolve the situation. It's that simple. I just said what it was. It's a safe place so that you can make a deal and say, "Hey, you know, I can tell you where the baby is at, or I'm pleading guilty." It's not a plea deal, but you can plead that it can be, everything is going to be written down. It is confidential. They can't use none of the information that they get in this court proceeding as evidence, or this person said this particular day, or they told us where the baby was at, but the baby wasn't there, or da 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 da, or they want to tell us what happened and they just want to plead guilty later on. And what would you give me instead of the death penalty? I'll take all the charges or whatever. Nevertheless, it's going to happen tomorrow morning. And I don't know. I don't have no, inkling, idea of anybody pleading guilty to anything. I think Rebecca and Jake is going to stand 10 toes down in what they're saying and say, "Hey, it may sound strange. It may not even happen, but you got to prove your case. You prove that we did something and and to prove we did something, like some people may think, you need the evidence. You need the baby, you need to see it. Somebody done told you, or you found tape me saying that I was going to do this, do that, or my partner said I was going to do it, or somebody come clean. And in this case, I believe that they're not going to come to no agreement. I'm just sorry to say that, but um, I just believe they're not going to come up to no agreement. They're not going to tell what happened, because I believe the person that knows what happened. I mean, all the evidence is pointing at Jake, because Jake has done something of this nature before to his other child, which is now bedridden, chair ridden, whatever you want to call. She's almost like a paraplegic or a quadriplegic. She can't move, she can't walk, she can't talk, she can't see, she can't do anything. And the judge let him go. And and the thing about that is, and they speak very good English, so they understand the consequences. They understand when you're talking to them. But hey, Tina Powers, how you doing? I think that they have used a lot of that to get off on some stuff. It's not as if a person with very, very good English, which I think they both have very good English, but they act like, they don't. But nevertheless, that's just my thinking of the situation, you know, that they have gotten off of a lot of um, you know, you know, chances of, going, well, not Rebecca, but Jake, he has gotten off of felony cases before by holding out and you know and waiting until the end, spending all that money just to come back down the road, just to say, hey, you give me a walking ticket, then I'll plead guilty. That's kind of like what it is. Nobody wants to give Jake a walking ticket just so he can, I'd rather you go to prison for life than to, I mean, but it ain't my child, it's their child. But still, better yet, okay, you don't want to tell us where the baby is? Just spend the rest of your life, you and your wife, in prison for the rest of your life. How about that? That's the only thing I would give you. I know. I mean, think about it, you guys. Like, would you rather them do 5 to 10 years and be walking out just to bury the child? The child is gone. That's what the police say. The child is gone. You know what I'm saying? It's their child. Okay. Everybody, it just seems to me everybody, the memorial that they have is just, oh, it's the biggest memorial I've seen. And I'm thinking to myself, why are they bringing all these teddy bears and stuffed animals? And it's just seeping with infection and disease. I mean, it's out there, it's being rained on, and, flies, and you name it. Some of it is new, some of it's not new, some of it comes from people's homes. They're gonna clean that space up. Sooner or later, they're gonna have to take all those, everybody spend the money, which, people's like, I don't care, but it looks good. I wanted to give the baby something. You didn't give the baby anything. What you gave was, you gave from your heart, which we understand that. We do. We get that. We understand it. But the baby's gone. So, you know. And you know what's so weird? And I say this, but I just don't understand why, we got all these kids in the world, and some of them haven't even seen a teddy bear. Some of them is left at home by themselves. people don't have another person to help them and help them assist their children or whatever. Like there has to be an easy way, but to get people involved with people that needs help, to assist with people that needs help, like two of the same kind. If you need help and you need help and you don't have a job and you don't have a job, why don't you watch the kids while they go out and work or whatever? But somebody always come into that situation and be like, well, shoot, I'm gonna come up. I don't like this. I don't want them watching my kid. And what? And then end up taking the kids out. We just seen this situation where this girl in Texas tried to take out all four kids. Her name was Oninde. Oninde. Uh, anyway, I hope I'm saying her name right. But anyway, nevertheless, people take out the kids all the time. I'm not saying it like, oh, I'm numb to the situation or whatever. I'm just telling it like it is. People do that. This is what kind of world we live in. It's not pleasant. The people in the world is not pleasant. Like the world is the world. Like you wake up, you can hear the birds singing. Whether you're catching a ride, catching a bus, share riding, driving, or whatever. Just think, like, if you're like me, like a people person, I like to watch people sometimes. I could be at the store and I'll sit in my car and I just watch people just come and go. They like little ants. They go to the store and they get some food and they put it in the car and so they're building. Everybody feels like they're building. That's what it is. We don't talk like that because building means like we don't see it as building, but that's what it is. We're building. We're bringing things into our home to eat so we can have energy because that's what eating is all about. Eating is not for the fun of it or the taste of it. Eating is for the energy you give your body. That's why you need the nutrients and your vitamins and your minerals and stuff. And they all come together and they help your body have energy so that you can be strong enough to walk, be strong enough to go out and do 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hour shifts, come back home, wash the dust off of you because, anytime you go out, you're going to get dirty, whether you see it, smell it, or whatever. And then you eat something and you get more energy, you sleep, and it always happens. Yes. Hey, Monique, how you doing? How are you doing? A lady and her sister and her boyfriend was in court the other day for, taking out the daughter. People are evil. Not all people, but people are evil. Hey, Kim, how you doing? What's going on? What's going on with you guys? I was coming on here just to give you guys an update that we got to watch for tomorrow. We will not be on tomorrow, or maybe we might show up. I don't know. Tomorrow's a significant day, but Jake and Rebecca will be in court tomorrow. It is a closed court, so you won't have reporters in there telling us what was said, what was done. It's the court that the court proceedings that there will be held is called, and you can Google it if you want. It's called a felony settlement proceedings. And what that is, where the attorneys and the defense and the people and the judge all come together. It's a safe haven so that they can They can try to resolve where the child is instead of going to court and spending a lot of the government, the state, the money that you guys pay, you know. Hey, Jacqueline, how's it going? She said, I just stopped by to say hello. I'm doing great, dear. I really love your updates and style. Thanks. Took a break from work. Okay. Watch you tonight at work because this is just going to be an update. We're not staying on here. Adam Montgomery was in court this morning. Oh, was he? Okay. Adam Montgomery. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, why was Adam Montgomery in court? Because he done been already sentenced. But anyway, I want you guys to know the court will be held tomorrow on the 16th. So look forward. I know somebody got a court on the 18th coming up, so we got to watch for that too. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. I've got things I've got to go take care of. I want you guys to know that, I still watch all of these cases and, appeal he doesn't deserve. Did he get the appeal or did he not get the appeal? Just let me know. Did he get the appeal or did he not? We got 9 minutes. Come and talk to me real quick. Tell me what's going on. Kim in Colorado. Hey, Colorado is where I'm from. I'm from Colorado. SP, I sent it to you about Adam Montgomery. You probably sent it to me, but you sent it to me on the other phone. There was a case we were going to talk about. We didn't get to, you guys. And I am so sorry. Every time when I pull up my phone, this girl that was kidnapped. And I read it, but I couldn't tell you what all the ifs, ands, and buts was about this girl. Oh, you are. It's a beautiful place. Love this weather. Yes. I'm from Arapahoe. You know where that's at? I'm from Arapahoe. That's where I was born. Are you talking about Miss Scott? I forgot her first name, but her last name is Scott. Yeah, probably that. That's probably what her name is. I guess they done arrested some people, and so, it's, we'll see what happens. She was getting ready for something. I guess school, something, some kind of pageant or whatever. She was going to work to do, she's some kind of CNA or something. She was going to go do some assistant living, and she disappeared. And I was like, wow, that's a case right there. It's weird how people are just disappearing like that. Kim says I'm in the Springs. Oh, okay. South of Denver. Okay. You south of Denver. Let me think. Okay. Got you. Well, then you're close over there by it then. You're close by Arapahoe. Okay. So that's what's up on that, Nevertheless, I'm trying to. She said, yes, I am. I know you are. I was off for a couple of days. I won't be off for another couple of days again until the 25th. So the 25th. And then I've got a facial on the 25th. So I was thinking about I'm finna do a 4/12s in a row. 12, 12, 24. That's 48 hours. I'm going to do 48 hours in 4 days. 12, 12, 24. Yep, 48 hours. Yep, it'll be all right. It will be all right. I'm doing it on a Friday, so that's going to be all right. That's going to be all right. I did, Monique. Let me write your name down. I seen your other one up there. I was like, hold on. Here we go, right here. Monique. You did it later on, and I said, who was that? And I knew somebody was going to come in and let me know. Thank you for the super chat. I did get both of your cash apps. Thank you for the super chat or cash app.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want you guys to know that every little bit helps the situation because we're trying to gather up so we're going to have this Christmas giveaway. We're going to do it anyway, but it would make things so much easier if everybody participates. It would make things so much easier. You can always cash out SP News Nugget is $ SP News Nuggets, or you can do a super chat through here while we're on here. But if you don't see me give you a thank you, that means, hey, you need to let me know because I don't maybe know who sent it because it doesn't tell me until I have to go back and look at it later on, and then it'll tell me. But it doesn't tell me right then. It doesn't say, hey, Monique Hall sent it. But anyway, I got you, Monique, and I got you plugged in. All right, you guys, we're finna get off of here. I just want you guys to look for the update because I know we're looking at three cases. We're looking at the case with Emmanuel. Okay. Hey, Sugar Mama, how you doing? She said, good morning, SPS. Sent you a clip on Jacqueline Torres' mom, aunt, and boyfriend was arrested. It happened in New Haven. So sad. I know you sent it, but I couldn't see it for some reason. And let me see. So Emmanuel, Naziah Harris case. And what is the other case, you guys? What's the other case? I know we were looking at the lady that took out her kids. Her name is Oninde. Yes, that one. But okay, you guys got 1 minute. You got 1.5 minutes. I want to thank everybody for showing up. Make sure that you hit that like button, subscribe if you're not part of the channel. We'll come on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We're trying to do it at 1. We're not trying to wait till 3 anymore. We're trying to do it at 1. 3 is a little bit too close, but it's either 1 or 3. Between the 1 and 3. Anyway, you guys, we're going to see what happens tomorrow. They're keeping a very close lip of, and like I told you, it's confidential. They're not going to get to come out of the court and say, well, this happened, that happened, that happened, that happened. They're not going to be able to do it. What'll happen is they'll either know that they're going to go to trial or they're not going to go to trial. I believe that they're not going to be able to make a deal because, Rebecca is standing on what she said. I think Rebecca is trying to show loyalty to Jake, that she's not going to tell on him. And it makes her look bad. She's a mom. And, whether she's been uh battered women's syndrome. You know, there's a time and a place for everything. You're not nowhere near him. You're in a safe place. It's now you're just being stupid. You know, you need to tell that's your child. Somebody needs to try to talk to her or something and convince her to do the right thing for her child, you know. And if she didn't have anything to do with it and she is battered, which, you know, I'm not saying anything bad about battered women, because in some case I think, you know, if you're grown, you done went through some stuff before, you know, with somebody. You may not be with them now, but sometime in your life some man done tried to, you know, want you to be their punching bag, or they can just hit you or slap you when they want to, and you be a part of that life. Huh. Some of them, some women think it's love. Some women be like, but I just want to, you know, I don't want to be alone. You know, I thought it was love. I thought it was cute. He loved me. Girl, I'm gonna tell you something. You know, and sometimes it's just convenient. Let's just say it like it is. And I know when I was younger, when I was a young pup, it was convenience to me. You know, I didn't have nowhere to go. I was underage, so I couldn't rent no place to go live. And so I had to stay where I could stay. I couldn't go to the police and say, hey, he beating on me. Well, how old are you? I'm 14. They was like, where's your mom and dad? Now you in the system, and you know what I'm saying? Now you with people, and they doing crazy, stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like Naziah can foresee, and she said, I'm never going to get out of this hellhole. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, it's actually saying that nobody's out there care about me. And you think everybody in the world has someone to care about them, and it's not true. Like, I mean, you know, you got kids, and you know your kids love you because you're the mom, and you know they're your kids, and you might even be married. But I'm gonna tell you something. Don't ever think because you're not married or in a relationship that that's great, because you know you can be married, full marriage relationship, dating somebody, seeing them every day, and I'm gonna tell you something. They really don't care. They may care about what you can do for them. They'll never tell you that, but that's how people are. They are like that. And you'll be in a relationship for a long time, and they might think they care. Let me tell you something, you guys. Let me tell you something. I'm trying to clean my fingernail. For some reason, dirt gets underneath this fingernail and it wants to stay. And it does it. It doesn't matter what I touch or whatever. I can cut my nails all the way to the quick. And I kid you not. You know. Soon as that's why you have to always she is in fear for her life. She is just like Jacqueline and Trezell. You think she is in fear for her life? You think Rebecca is in fear for her life? Sugar Mama, is that what you're saying? I know I got to get off of here, you guys. I don't know. I'm glad you think that. I mean, people have their own thoughts, and that's cool. Sugar Mama thinks that. I don't think she is in fear for her life. But she might be in, yeah. I see what you're saying. She might be in fear for her life because she has something to do with it, or she allowed it to happen. Maybe she feels like she deserves to go to prison, so she's sitting there. But as far as Jake, she ain't fearful of Jake. Jake is in prison. He ain't getting out. Jake is in jail. He ain't getting out. Even if Jake didn't do it, they're going to prosecute him. But trust me, nevertheless, Jake did this. Jake did this. Whether they were fighting or whatever, Jake done it. I mean, that's why we don't hold public court, because to be honest with you, I believe Jake took the baby out. I believe Jake took the baby out. And, he didn't have a problem doing it. He's got problems when it comes to kids. Like, I don't know how somebody treated him when he was young, but, this man, he can go to school all you want, make straight A's, understand what to do when there's crisis and stuff, get out, get mad, and act a fool. That's him. Some people just cannot hold their temper. And when they can't hold their temper, they don't need to be in a relationship. They don't need to be around kids. They don't need to be having kids and all this other stuff. Yes, kids can make you lose your temper. Anyway, you guys, I don't even want to get off into that, because then I start thinking about my grandkids and my kids But anyway, they're going to court tomorrow. We'll see if they're going to come out and say anything. I can tell you right now, I doubt if they're going to talk about what was said or done, because it's supposed to be confidential, but they may at least come to an agreement that they're going to continue and proceed to have trial, or they stop and they came to some kind of agreement. They don't have to tell you what the agreement is. They're not going to tell you what the agreement is, but we'll at least know if there's going to be court or not. All right? You guys be good, be great, be nice to each other. Peace.